Hello everyone, and welcome to bonus coverage of this year's Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa. Welcome to AgriTalk Online. We are broadcasting from the Syngenta tent at the Farm Progress Show. Joining us right now is Steve Wellman from Nebraska, president of the American Soybean Association. Steve, good to see you, and I know ASA, along with a number of other ag groups, have come together in a coalition called Farm Bill Now. You're really wanting to get members of Congress, especially in the House right now, to take up this Farm Bill and get it done when they get back in September.
Yeah, certainly the Farm Bill Now coalition is a group of about 45 organizations, all the way from commodity producer groups, general farm organizations, conservation associations, groups interested in renewable fuels, and so it's a pretty diverse group of organizations that really have a firm desire to get the Farm Bill done now. I mean, that's the common message. We realize that there's some differences within the policy of each organization and what we really want in the final details, but in essence, we need, all of us need the Farm Bill now, and we need it. There's a number of limited days in September when the House has time to take it on and discuss it, but let's get it to conference. At conference, we can work out the details, and there's a lot of reasons to have the certainty of a 5-year bill.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The certainty is important for farmers. We also want to point out this bill really is important to everyone, whether you're a farmer or not.
That's true, and we call it the Farm Bill because it's easy and it's just known that way, but it's certainly much more than that. It's a conservation bill, it's an energy bill, it's a trade bill, and of course it's a nutrition bill, and it's a research bill. And if you look at those areas of making investments of taxpayer dollars into programs, specifically research, it doesn't make much sense to do a research program that's going to last 1 year. It takes more time than that, and it's really important for production agriculture and for the consumers to know that research is being done so that we can increase our abilities to produce more food on the limited amount of land that we have here, so we can continue to be competitive in the world marketplace, but also to be competitive in producing food here at home for ourselves. So it's a food security issue. I think it's a national security issue if you get to the point where we don't have the production here in the United States that we need for not only our own food, but fuel and fiber and feed for our domestic livestock. And so it's that's just one example. Conservation programs, that's a long-term look also. Isn't an area that you do conservation work necessarily just for 1 year. It's going to last a long time. And so our message is Farm Bill Now, and it's not just for agriculture, it's for the whole United States. 1 out of every 12 jobs is tied to agriculture. And so it really is builds the economy, creates jobs, and it provides food, obviously, for the consumers.
And a 1-year extension really doesn't get the job done as for the certainty part of it, and keeping in mind that next year it'll probably be even harder to get a Farm Bill done.
Yes, I believe that would be the case. It'll be more difficult next year. And let's look at what's been done up to this point. The Senate has passed a version of a 5-year bill. The House Ag Committee has passed a 5-year bill out of committee. So we're in the home stretch, really. I mean, we've done a lot of the groundwork, and so realistically, let's sit down, let's get it out of the House, let's take it to conference, let's finish it up, and because there are other things that have to be dealt with, and maybe we'll talk about that a little later with the tax extenders package, and so there's a long list of things. I think we're to a point where we can finish this. The Senate took up the bill, they passed the bill in 3 days. Certainly there are a limited number of days for the House, but there's enough days on the House schedule to get this done.
Well, you mentioned the tax extenders package, some key areas there, the estate tax and also the biodiesel tax incentive. Those are key for soybean growers as well.
Yes, they are. The biodiesel tax incentive expired on December 31st of 2011, so the industry's been operating this year without that tax incentive, and really that's another long-term investment that provides for the certainty for people to make investments and to build infrastructure, to build a business, that'll last a long time and contribute to the United States economy there also. And when we take a look at the estate tax law, there was a 2-year provision that will expire at the end of 2012 here. and if it's not renewed, it will revert back to an old law that has a smaller exemption, a higher maximum tax bracket, and for the good of not only agriculture small businesses, but other small businesses with the desire to pass on your business that you worked for and invested in for decades, and to pass that on to the next generation. Let's have some a estate tax law that won't cause a cash flow problem and cause people to sell off assets so they can pay their taxes. It would be a terrible step backwards to go that route. So that needs to be addressed yet this year, and so the American Soybean Association is certainly going to work on having the estate tax at the minimum stay where it is now. I mean, there are some pushes to have it eliminated completely. So we'll take a look at that, but at the minimum, at least stay where we are with the estate tax. We'd like to see the biodiesel tax incentive reinstated. And two of the things that I think the American Soybean Association does to help our domestic livestock production, one of them is free trade agreements, and working on that, not only opening markets for soybeans, but also opening markets for our meat exports and meat and poultry that's produced here in the United States. And the second part of that is the biodiesel industry and the benefit that provides to the livestock industry. If you can create value for that oil that's crushed from those soybeans, and the producer, the processor can make a profit on that oil, then the soybean meal that's left over that goes to livestock feed, obviously, it can be more reasonably priced, and so we think it's a good fit. Biodiesel fits in well with the soybean meal market that's utilized here by our domestic livestock.
Yeah, it really goes hand in hand. So again, people should contact their member of Congress and urge them to get this farm bill done.
Yes, the farmbillnow.com website you can have the ability there to go on that website. With a few clicks of the mouse, you can send a pre-written letter, or you can write your own. And also, we encourage people to do that. But if you go to soygrowers.com, there's the same capability there. You can certainly contact your member of Congress, other members of Congress within your state, and encourage your neighbors, encourage consumers to do the same.
Yeah, they need to hear from you. Steve, good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Steve Wellman, President of the American Soybean Association. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with more from the Farm Progress Show. This is AgriTalk Online.